online and on the go. This is 7 and 4 News at 6. Get connected.
The search is on for an armed and dangerous shooting suspect in Wexford County. Good evening, I'm Jamie Innes.
And I'm Mark Gillette. Dozens of officers and deputies are involved in that search that began early this afternoon. We're told the search area is a 2-square-mile wooded area along West 4 Road, near where it turns into County Line Road in northern Wexford County. 7 and 4's Mara Thompson has been on this story since the very beginning. She joins us live from the scene. All right, Mara, what is the very latest you can tell us?
Jamie, Mark, at this hour, dozens of Michigan State Police, along with sheriff deputies, a SWAT team, and K-9 unit are all out searching for the suspect. And just about 15 minutes ago, we could see a helicopter above the search area. Deputies tell us the suspect was involved in a shooting at a home on North 25th and a half Road around 1 o'clock this afternoon. We are told the victim is a female and that the medical examiner was called to the scene. Deputies say 3 children were inside the home at the time of the shooting, but are all safe tonight. The suspect reportedly left the home after the shooting with an 11-year-old girl, but then brought her back to the house unarmed. Around 4 o'clock this afternoon, we learned that the suspect was in contact with a woman who was working with the police. And we were just told a few minutes ago that deputies are stopping vehicles in the area, and they're also advising everyone to stay away from the area if they can. And now a tow truck driver did tell one of our reporters that he saw the suspect walking on West 4th Street with a rifle. And that's pretty much all the details we have for you right now, but we'll keep you tuned as we get more. For now, reporting live in Wexford County, Mara Thompson, 7 and 4 News.
All right, thanks, Mara. Police say they are searching for a white male. He's in his 20s or his 30s. He was last seen wearing a T-shirt that said Cherry Growers on it. He had on blue jeans and again is armed with a rifle. Of course, we will be following this developing story both here on air as well as on our website, UpNorthLive.com.
A former Leelanau County prosecutor is facing an additional felony charge for his part in trying to hire a hitman to kill another attorney. Clarence Gomery was initially facing a charge of solicitation to commit murder. In court today, the judge approved an additional charge of solicitation of carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent because prosecutors say he gave Dale Fisher $1,000 to buy a gun as part of a plan to kill attorney Christopher Cook.
He said, I've got $1,000 for you to go down and pick up a gun and take care of that job.
In the end, the judge ruled there is enough evidence to charge Clarence Gomery, and the case was bound over to circuit court. Gomery's defense attorney asked the judge to lower his client's bond, but the judge cited seriousness of the alleged crime and left the bond at $5 million. Kelly Stapleton was back in a Benzie County courtroom today. Stapleton is accused of trying to kill herself and her autistic daughter last September. Today's hearing focused on statements Stapleton made to various people during and shortly after she and her daughter were found. The question was, were the statements made before or after she was under arrest? So was she aware of her Miranda rights? In the end, the judge decided to allow all but one of those conversations to be used as evidence in Stapleton trial. The trial is scheduled to begin September 3rd. The Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department had a busy morning today as they responded to multiple break-in attempts at many area businesses. One of the businesses that was successfully broken into was Shooter's Indoor Gun and Archery Range, where several firearms were stolen, but they have since been recovered. 7 and 4's Megan Morelli joins us live in the studio with the details of the investigation. Megan, what can you tell us?
Jamie, according to our sister station WEYI in Flint, 2 male suspects were arrested in Genesee County with the stolen guns earlier today in connection with this investigation. Meanwhile, the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department says that 2 men ages 20 and 21 are from Traverse City and that they were arrested for local drug charges and receiving and concealing the stolen firearms. Detectives say they're still investigating and feel there could be more people involved. It all started around 1:30 this morning at Francisco's Market and Deli on Silver Lake Road. A woman called 911 to report suspicious behavior going on in the parking lot.
A lady had seen a male subject running in front of the business. Shortly before the alarm went out at this business.
Deputies arrived on scene to find a broken door and window at Francisco's, but nothing was stolen. Then, just before 2 a.m., the call came in that Shooter's indoor gun and archery range about 5 miles down the road had also been broken into.
You just wonder how much more you can secure your building, but yet not look like it's a prison to come shop at, you know.
Detectives say the suspects entered through this window, smashed display cases, stole several rifles and handguns, and then exited the building through the front door after breaking the glass in the door.
There's a good possibility that they're connected due to the fact that the alarm or the incidences were a short amount of time from each other, and the distances apart was fairly close.
Hours later, when employees showed up for work at the Verizon store just 2 doors down from Francisco's, they discovered a possible break-in attempt through their windows.
They were looking around the sidewalks and looking across the windows and looking around a little bit because the hole in the wall there looks suspiciously like a BB, and we actually found a BB right there, and so they took that in as evidence.
And just down the road from Shooters, Menards reported that someone tried to break through one of their gates early Friday morning, too. Detectives say it's a possibility that everything is connected, but they're still investigating. As for the arrest already made, according to WEYI, the 2 male suspects were found at a grandmother's home in Davison Township in Genesee County on unrelated drug charges. They also tell us that all of the handguns and rifles have been recovered. Reporting live in the studio, Megan Morelli, 7 and 4 News.
All right, thanks, Megan. The Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department is in the process of getting arrest warrants for the 2 suspects that were found downstate.
29-year-old Baldwin man was arrested early this morning in Big Rapids after an active meth lab and marijuana were both found in his vehicle. According to the Big Rapids Department of Public Safety, officers stopped the car near the intersection of 205th and Northland. Officers say meth was being made in the vehicle at the time of the traffic stop. The man is facing charges for maintaining a meth lab as well as possession of marijuana. We have an update for you tonight. The Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office has received several tips from the public as they continue to look for the woman seen here who is accused of walking out of a store with a stolen purse. This surveillance video, which we showed you yesterday, shows a woman walking out of the Books A Million store in Traverse City with someone else's purse in her arms. It happened around 5:30 p.m. back on Wednesday, July 16th. Deputies have not made any arrests in the case, though. If you have information, contact the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office, 231-995-5001. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is looking for the public's input on the Boardman River Dam project. They held an open house last night, laying out the plans for the removal of the Boardman and Sabin dams. The Corps released a study that suggests there won't be any significant environmental impact from removing the remaining dams. The dams were built more than half a century ago, and experts have determined they've overreached their life expectancy.
This community initiated one of the most comprehensive public involvement processes to assess the pros and cons of dam removal, dam modification, and dam retention that has ever been conducted in this area.
However, many homeowners in the area are wary due to the breach and flooding that happened with the removal of the Brown Bridge Dam. Officials say a different approach will be used to remove the remaining dams to prevent another flooding emergency. They hope to have the entire project completed by 2017. There will be a new person in charge of the Grand Traverse Bay YMCA. The YMCA board president, Lynn Schultz, said the board decided to make a leadership change. When 7 and 4 News called the YMCA, we were told the current executive director, Tom Vandenese, no longer works for the organization. A new $12 million YMCA building is under construction off of Silver Lake Road. The completion date of the first phase of the project has been pushed back several times. It's now expected to be completed in the late fall.
The Traverse City community came together today for a 21-year-old girl who has a rare blood clotting disease. Kelsey Klaus was diagnosed with the disease 5 years ago. Today, the Bill Marsh car dealership hosted a fundraiser called Caring for Kelsey to help pay their medical bills. It included a bake sale, a car wash, you see there, silent auction, and of course food. Nurses from Munson Medical Center are helping organize the fundraiser because of Kelsey's mom, Carol Klaus, who works with them.
All of you that came out today to help are bringing Carol back a sense of life into her being, and this fundraiser is making it possible to give them some stability.
I had a customer earlier today walk in and hand me a check for $1,000. That's the kind of generosity that marks this community, and that's why it's a privilege for us to host something like this.
If you'd like to help out Kelsey's family, you can donate through a link on our website, UpNorthLive.com. While you're there, you can find the latest sports stories and weather. Like I said, UpNorthLive.com. Going to the dentist can be expensive, which is why nearly 100 people came out in northern Michigan this afternoon to get free dental work. That's later on 7 and 4 News at 6.
And we've had a beautiful day today. We're still in some spots in the 80s at this hour, and it's going to continue into the weekend, but we could use a little bit of rain, and there's some in the forecast. We'll tell you when. Coming up in 2 minutes. First, your Fish and Game report for Saturday, August 9th.
Now, your 7 and 4 Storm Team forecast with meteorologist Joe Charlevoix.
Well, this was the scene over Grand Traverse County earlier. I'll look at our time lapse over Grand Traverse Bay. This is looking at Graylickville, the harbor there in Leelanau County. You can see a lot of folks out on the water, and why wouldn't you be today? It was very comfortable with temperatures around 80 degrees or so. Across much of northern Michigan. We're looking at a beautiful evening coming up and a nice weekend too. We definitely could use a little bit of rain, but it looks like that will hold off until probably later Monday into Tuesday. So if you have plans tomorrow or Sunday, it looks fantastic. And here are the numbers right now. We're still in the 70s, even as of 6 o'clock, some 80s still on the map, including Bel Air, also Harbor Springs at 81, and even Sault Ste. Marie this hour is at 80 degrees there at Sanderson Field, Sheboygan 76, and Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport at 77. We didn't have a lot going on today. Even clouds are kind of hard to come by in a few spots, but we did have a few here just off the lake breeze. You can see these, but these billow up in the afternoon heating, and now that the sun will start going down, these clouds will go along with it overnight tonight. With high pressure and control of our weather, this is going to sit over us at least today through tomorrow before slowly moving off to our east, and as that does so, that will allow a cold front to get in here, but it looks like that will be late Monday and then Tuesday, and that's our next chance for any rain. Winds today have been out of the east or southeast. The same story tomorrow. Winds coming in out of the southeast with high pressure off to our north. So if you're near Lake Huron especially, it'll be a little cooler with the wind coming in off the lake tomorrow. Rain chances virtually nil, at least through the weekend. We're looking at another nice day tomorrow. Here's our afternoon and evening hours with plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Again, highs back right around 80, if not into the low 80s. And the same scenario on Sunday. Low and even some mid 80s are possible. The nearest thunderstorms will enter the picture Sunday afternoon, but they'll still be well downstate. We won't see any rain here until perhaps Monday afternoon. You'll start to see some showers and some thunderstorms here. And again, that's not a bad thing. We definitely could use some rain in parts of northern Michigan, but we're not going to see any. We run this out through the weekend, our forecast, and you can see just a few spits of rain downstate. All right, our pinpoint forecast. It's 6:15 here this Friday evening. 50 degrees at Newberry tonight, 52 at Rudyard with stars out. Tomorrow, partly sunny. Highs around 80 degrees, a nice day. In northern lower Michigan, Rogers City 51, 53 at Traverse City. Clear skies overnight. A little haze, that's about it. Upper 70s, low 80s, sunshine for our Saturday for central lower Michigan. Upper 40s and mid 50s, clear skies, quiet weather, sunny tomorrow, high 75 to 81. And our 7-day forecast, just a little haze in the sky this weekend, dry. And there's our next chance for some rain. Somebody wrote in an email a couple hours ago, said, when are we going to get some rain? I haven't had any in about 6 weeks. And a little bit coming in Monday and Tuesday, and then also a little cooler behind that.
I think at this point, a lot of people wouldn't mind having a rain day. A rain out from the summer, just because everything is so dry.
It is, but you know, it's nice that it holds off till Monday, too. So
yeah, that's true. You gotta
nice
get
weekend,
right.
Then we'll help out the crops.
All right, thanks,
Joe. All right, hundreds of airport executives are here in northern Michigan this week.
We'll let you know what's on the agenda and what they want to accomplish. That's next. You're watching 7 and 4 News at 6.
More than 250 airport executives from all over the country are at Shanty Creek Resort in Antrim County this week.
The Great Lakes chapter of the American Association of Airport Executives meets every year to discuss airline safety and how to attract more business. Northern Michigan won the bid to host the conference this year. Topics include how to make airports and traveling better from the local level all the way up to the federal level.
We have the FAA and regional administrator is speaking right now as far as what's going on at the national level with the FAA. What are their initiatives? It's a great place to be. I don't know how you guys did it, but you brought in great weather for the weekend for us to be here. It's just a beautiful part of the country.
The conference includes a fishing tournament, a foot golf for members and their families. It runs through Sunday.
All right, considering how expensive going to the dentist can be, getting people to go to the dentist can be difficult. You have to make some hard choices. And that's why folks in Charlevoix flock to one local dentist to receive free dental care today.
Some patients at the Dentistry from the Heart event waited overnight in this tent outside of the Beacon Dental to receive their free dental work. Volunteers expected to help nearly 100 patients by the end of the day.
They're here because they're in pain. You know, they need dental care. They know they need dental care. They want dental care, but they just don't have the funds or the finances to do it. And that's why they're here today, and that's why we're here to take care of them.
Eventually, I would have lost them all if it wasn't for this.
If you missed your chance to receive free dental care, there will be another chance to take advantage of a similar event in Gaylord. That will take place Friday, September 12th at Forsyth Family Dentistry.
After nearly 2 years of fundraising, a Sheboygan County community is banding together to build a new playground at Wolverine Elementary.
All right, good.
Well, the parent-teacher organization at Wolverine Community Schools raised more than $30,000 through grants and fundraising events. Students got to vote on what new equipment they wanted to be installed.
They had a voice in it, and I know that they're going to be excited when they actually see some of those pieces out here that they voted on that actually won. And so I think that they'll be looking forward to that once they come back here and they see those pieces.
Volunteers will be installing the equipment throughout the weekend and will paint some of the older equipment as well.
While many student athletes begin preparing for their fall sports to begin, one Northern Michigan golfer has his eyes set on his senior year as well as future seasons to come on the links. His story coming up. The high school boys golf season, it takes place in the spring, but many amateur golfers choose to spend most of their time in the summer honing their game with the goal of bringing their clubs along with them to college. That list of individuals includes reigning Big North Conference champion Alex Scott. The incoming Traverse City West senior has completed competing in half a dozen national tournaments this summer with some pretty satisfactory results. The lineup gives Scott, along with other competitors in the area, the best chance to get to the next level.
A lot of the tournaments I try to do, they're technically on the national level. AJGA is a national organization, and it really helps kids who play well in those tournaments to get into college and try to get college scholarships for golf.
Scott is in the process of narrowing down his choices for college, but he does not play a sport in the fall for the Titans. That allows him a few more months to squeeze in some extra rounds to improve his game before basketball season tips off. To the golf courses we go for golf cards. Crystal Mountain's Mountain Ridge course carves through heavily forested highlands with expansive waste bunkers and tree-lined fairways culminating in a 200-foot climb with spectacular views. Not only a great place to play, but to improve with one of Golf Magazine's top 25 golf schools in America. And carved from some of the most scenic land in Wexford County, Emerald Vale's natural beauty is enhanced by a creative and challenging design that will satisfy both the accomplished and novice golfer. Panoramic views combined with an attractive natural terrain create the quiet charm and elegance of this Bruce Matthews III masterpiece. Both courses can be found on our central golf cart package on our website, UpNorthLive.com. It's a fireworks Friday night at Woelfel Park tonight as the Bums wrap up a 3-game series with the Frontier Grays. The Grays took game 1 on Wednesday 6-1, but the Bums bounced back last night, winning 5-4. If you can't get to tonight's game, the Bums do still have 15 more home games on the schedule through the month of August. Plus, the Tigers hope the offense wakes up as they start a series north of the border against the Blue Jays. And a golf note, once more from the pros, top-ranked Rory McIlroy is the one to catch at the PGA Championship after he birdied 2 of the final 3 holes on the way to a 4-under 67 in round 2. The British Open champ is in the clubhouse at 9 under par, good for a 2-shot lead over co-leader Ryan Palmer. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
All right, our hot shot. Check this out.
That's great.
Beth Buckner took this on the Platte River.
Must have been hot that day.
Yeah, a little bit.
Everybody was in the water.
Great picture.
Thanks so much for making 7 for your choice for news tonight.
We'll see you right back here at 11.